professional? Is that going to be too loud? Well, I picked it up a little bit the other night, but it's directional. Right on. I don't want to ruin everybody else's experience.
No, you're not ruining the experience. You're enhancing it.
Really? Well, I like your look on things.
All right, Eagles fans, welcome into Grant Community High School. We are in Fox Lake, Illinois tonight for our NLCC season finale. Lakes girls basketball taking on the Grant Bulldogs. Last time these two teams met, January 23rd of this year. Lakes winning that game at home 45-33. Look for a good send out of the regular season here by the Eagles tonight. Welcome in my partner in crime here, Lee Twarling. This is Kyle Martin, Get Some Sports 13 broadcast of Lakes basketball. Lee, good evening. What do you got for us tonight, buddy?
Kyle, you know I love this more than anything else. We're waiting all day to do 2 games in 1 week. Nothing could be better. And also, it's a conference game, right? Not only the last regular season game that we've got, but it's a conference game. It's a big one. And Grant's always going to play tough. We played them really well at our place. The girls stepped up. Tonight will be tough, especially at their place. You know this is going to be an emotional night for the Bulldogs. It's their last home game. or they're seniors, so they're going to play tough. I think, we look at a big win tonight, brings us to the 500 mark in the conference. Again, they finish the season on a positive note, especially in the conference. That would give us 11 wins on the season, so looking for a big W in that column. And then we've got an exciting night just on the individual level. We've got two young ladies now who've just had phenomenal seasons, helping this team find their way both offensively and defensively. First with Clarity Turney, she sets the steal record.
Yep.
Puts her name in the record books on that. Then she sets the assist record. Puts her name in the record books on that.
Clarity.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now tonight she's got a chance with one more block to go into a third category for record setting with blocks. So has had just a great season, all-around career. And then last, Kaylee Anderson, both offensively and defensively. She's just a force to be reckoned with down low. And with 10 more rebounds, she's going to put herself in the record books as well. I think that's attainable tonight.
Yeah, and interesting thing about Clarity, so her steals and her assists were season records. The block record would actually be a career record, which is outstanding for her. And then, like you said, Kaylee Anderson going for the season rebound record. It's a ton. 200 is the mark. She'll be at 201 if she can grab 9 tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that for everybody. We're going to turn it over to the public address announcer and get the stars and stripes and the starting lineups.
For the Lakes Eagles,
Addison Twarling receiving the NLCC Sportsmanship Award. Congrats to Madison. So again, before we get the starting lineups, congrats to Madison Twarling, NLCC Sportsmanship Award. Proud Papa sitting next to me, big grin on his face. Proud of her for that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's always a fun moment, for any of these kids when you put in a lot of hard work, not only on the court, but in the classroom and as a peer, as a leader. There's a lot of kids that you could really award that to, but I know it's appreciated by the coaches.
So Grant switching it up a bit. They're doing some of their introductions first. This is their athletic trainer. Nice little teacher appreciation for Grant. I assume the next activity will be the Lakes lineup. Starters tonight for Lakes will be Turney, Colin, Twarling, Anderson, and Martin. For Grant, I got all the 25s, I think, which involves Holmes, Capelong, Sandquist, Hobbs, and Gomez del Torre. I think we're about to get ready to go here, Lee.
Well, it's fitting we're going into Super Bowl weekend, and one of the things they talk about the most is how you stay up through a long pregame entrance, you know. So we'll see if Lakes, after a little bit of a break there after warm-ups, if they can stay up here for the start of this game.
So the tip controlled by Grant. Lakes opening in a man-to-man defense. Shot is up and no good for Grant. Rebound offensive for Grant. We're going to have off Turney and the ball will stay with the Bulldogs.
A little height difference here tonight. I think the girls can battle down there, but they've got some height in the middle.
Turney is going to come away with it. Finds Twarling. The jump ball called, so this should go to Lakes. Trying to get everything locked in here, Lee. You know I'm a little meticulous on the details. Like to have everything just right.
That's why you're the best. I love it.
Pulling drives, has it knocked away. Clarity is going to be called, Turney will be called for a foul in the shot attempt. Looking for that last block.
Yeah, if there's one thing Grant's been good at over the years, it's just transition basketball. We got our track shoes on tonight, working up and down the court. You stay with them.
I don't know when Grant has played last. Obviously, Lakes coming off a trip to Woodstock North, not too far back in our future. Another empty trip for Lakes. Like a travel, and it's going to be called as such. So a turnover by Grant. Both teams looking to settle in here, and sorry I did not see Grant had scored. Let's put them on the board.
Yeah, I like seeing that man-to-man defense to come out. They're shooters. We know they're going to shoot. Staying up in their face. Good way to start the game.
Pulling drives, and she's fouled. So Lakes ball under their own basket. Turney will inbound for Lakes. Finds Anderson and kicks to Pullen. Pullen to Turney, baseline drive, finds Anderson. Pullen will go up for a three, and that will fall. Good look there for Pullen.
Yeah, that shot looked good right out of her hands, Kyle. Just used her legs and found it.
We have a foul called on Turney. That's too early foul. 6 minutes to go in quarter one. Maybe a little overly aggressive on shot attempts. Trying to get that block.
Yeah, you know, it's been, you know, it's hit and miss, right? Week to week, game to game. With officials and how they're going to call that. And she's had a lot of good luck this year getting those blocks clean, but not so much here early on.
Tarling finds Schneider. Martin grabs the loose ball. Back to Schneider. Three-pointer is long. Tarling drives. Left hand is short. And Grant will clear. Trapping defense up top by Lakes. Tarling almost got a steal on that. And Grant's going to convert. Pulling for three, and that falls. So a 1-point lead for Lakes. Three-pointer up and short for Grant. Offensive rebound by Grant. That shot attempt is no good. Ball is going to go to Lakes on the alternate possession. At least the arrow is pointing towards Lakes. But we're going to give it to Grant. Hope they don't change the arrow now, partner.
Wow.
And the arrow has been changed to Grant. Three-pointer is banked in. And Schneider will bring up the ball for the Eagles. Pullen surveys, finds Schneider through her hands and out of bounds, so that'll be a turnover on the Eagles.
Yeah, just going back to Janae. I mean, look, Janae's in the record books for a reason with three-pointers. You know, when she feels it, she's feeling it. And it's good to get a couple shots out of her right away. Could be a positive sign here for Lakes on the perimeter.
So that ball will fall out of bounds on the baseline and will go to Lakes.
Yeah, stingy defense. Really like the footwork, girls talking, hands active. That's a good defensive set.
Poland will drive, turns, threw it to where Twarling was originally, but Twarling had cut to the basket, so that's going to go out of bounds for Lakes. Another turnover. Ross will check in for the Eagles and replace Poland. So on the floor for Lakes, we have Schneider, Twarling, Ross, Ovaska, and Anderson. Shot long by Grant, rebounded by Ovaska. Schneider works the ball up the court for the Lakes Eagles, and she's fouled. So we will have an inbound for Lakes under their own basket.
Well, that's taking advantage of that, some of that height. Get down in there, force them to move, and see if you can get some fouls here. I mean, you get them in foul trouble, and that height advantage goes away real quick.
2 team fouls apiece early on here, 3:29 to go in quarter one. Good cut by Twarling, and she converts at the rim. Good inbounds play there for Lakes. Foul is called on the floor, reach and foul. So 3 team fouls in the quarter now for the Eagles. And Grant will inbound under their basket. And Grant will turn it over on an errant pass. So Vasca will inbound to Schneider, and Lakes will go right to left on the court. Ross with the ball at the top of the key finds Schneider. Schneider drives to the free throw line, finds Anderson to Ross. Ross for 3. Front iron, rebound by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's a good look. I think those are the shots we want to take and we need to take, and those will fall. Just keep shooting.
Defense there by Twarling, knocked away by Schneider. She's going to be called for a foul, loose ball foul. That will be 4 fouls for Lakes in the quarter. 1 more foul, and the Bulldogs will shoot 2 free throws. Knotted up at 8 here, early goings at Grant High School.
Yeah, I like what Coach Murray's got in place here. Obviously, the girls have sent the message: stay in their face, stay on them. They're going to shoot the ball, be aggressive. That's what we're seeing.
Another foul called on Lakes. This will go against Twarling. So 2 free throws for the Bulldogs.
You know, Kyle, coming off that Woodstock North game, and just thinking about how a game's being called. You know,
Yep.
you got to get a feel for where you can get away, and just like for clarity. You can get away with an attempted block or a steal.
Yeah, for sure. And the game on Monday was so incredibly physical, and looks like we're allowed about 1/10 of that physicality, so we need to adjust to it pretty quick.
That's exactly right.
Twarling brings it up for Lakes. She drives to the free throw line, it's knocked away. Ross is on the floor. Jump ball is called. And even though the scoreboard is incorrect, I believe the officials had it correct, and now they don't.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, they
this
just
is
had
where
one.
we're going to get burnt by the lack of switching of the arrows. Grant has had the last two alternating possessions. It should be Lake's ball, but now the score table is correct. I assume we'll get 2 in a row, Lee. That's how that works, right?
Exactly.
Good job getting on the ground by Ovaska. She is fouled by Clark. So that'll bring 4 fouls for the Bulldogs. 1 additional foul, and we will shoot free throws for Lakes. And Coach Murray calls a timeout.
Yeah, look, we want to be careful with the fouls, but the kids are coming out very aggressive on defense. You can tell there's a little fire in their step tonight. I think offensively, we just got to, it's movement away from the ball. Right? I mean, that we talk about this, you hear it all the time. It's not the kid who has the ball, the kid next to him, what's happening on the backside. We'll get our shots. We're going to get our shots. And we've got shooters. I mean, Janae's knocked down a couple. We still have some penetration. We just got to be careful because we saw in that last possession, they're big in there.
Yep.
So,
yeah, and I remember the January meeting at Lakes. It was pretty back and forth for most of the game. Lakes pulled away in the fourth quarter of the game, just I think kind of wore Grant down a bit. So Turney met with some resistance at the top of the key, gives it to Twarling, who drives, it's stripped, and Bloom will be fouled. I think the foul was on the floor. Is that not 5 fouls for them?
should be 5.
Yeah, so we've missed a foul and a possession arrow so far. Ovaska has the loose ball to Twarling. Twarling for 3 is long. Rebound by Bloom. She's fouled. So one way or another, we're going to get free throws now because that is either 5 fouls or a shooting foul on the Bulldogs.
Well, and it's just a reminder too how powerful and effective offensive rebounds are when you can just give yourself a second shot on the offensive end of the game. You're going to give yourself a better chance of winning this.
Bloom's first attempt is short. Poland checks in for Twarling. Turney, Poland, Bloom, Ross, Ovaska for Lakes. Ross with the loose ball rebound. Jump ball will be called, so Lakes will get this one under our basket. See if we can steal a couple points here on this inbounds play. 1 minute to go, 1 minute 4 seconds to go, quarter 1. Poland finds Ovaska at the free throw line. Attack, pass is tipped. Grant will come away with it. Long shot for the Bulldogs. It's long. That'll go over to Lakes on the turnover.
Yeah, that tells you the range of this point guard. She's not afraid to take it from deep behind the line.
If there's any volleyball fans out there, that was at the 3-meter line, which is well beyond the 3-point line. Travel called on Lakes. And Lakes is going to show press here, kind of a diamond press. Layup good for Grant. That was Ivory with the conversion at the rim. Ross is trapped and turns it over again, and that will conclude quarter number 1. 10-8 is the Bulldogs' lead. So, one thing to talk about with this Lakes team in the last couple of outings, valuing the basketball, right? I mean, be it a loose ball, be it a ball in your own control. Are you strong with the ball? Are you willing to go get that loose ball and get on the floor? The answer to the question for Grant so far is yes. I think the Eagles are going to need to match that intensity and answer the bell on being just valuing the basketball.
It's a great point, and we saw it just the other night in Woodstock. They went after that ball like it was their life depended on it, and you're exactly right. You have to match that intensity because what it does is sets a tone with the other team. And when that team's attacking that way, if you don't answer that, it gives them that much more confidence to keep going after it. But when you do answer that, then it starts to equalize it on the court.
Yeah. And part of the valuing of the ball is also limiting turnovers. Lakes entirely too many turnovers, quarter one, just kind of careless passes, not being strong with the ball on the dribble. I think that we'll fix that, but we've got to amp it up here. Grant's not going to roll over, and gotta clean that up a little bit. So it's going to be Grant ball, start of quarter two. The Bulldogs leading by 2.
Hey, ladies!
Ivory again with the drive, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. Great job by Bloom to stand in and take that charge.
Kyle, Galen Bloom has really stepped up in that regard. I think that's her third charge she's taken in the last 4 games. Should have had one the other night. They didn't call, so it's a great effort.
Does not shy away from contact. Twarling finds Bloom cutting. Bloom has it knocked away, so we're going to have ball out of bounds. Baseline inbound for the Eagles. Poland will inbound it for Lakes. Finds Twarling, who kicks it to Turney at the top. Poland now has it. Finds Twarling. Back to Poland. Twarling is going to attempt a 3. Long off the iron.
We go deep!
Shot is up and good for Grant. That is Mitchell on that conversion. Twarling gets off a shot on the drive. Finds Poland on the left side. Back to Twarling for 3. That's off the front iron.
Hands up!
And a travel is called on Grant.
Offensively, I don't think we need to rush. I think we can take our time, set it up. Just a little bit more ball movement. I think we'll get our shots.
Poland finds Bloom on the elbow. Bloom drives, shot off the backboard. Grant pushing the tempo again. 3-pointer on the way is long. Rebound by Anderson. Poland is going to try 3. That is long. Turney with the loose ball. Finds Twarling. Poland's going to be called for a double dribble.
Just still a little uneasy on the offensive end here.
Yeah, the half-court sets don't look too fluid. He'd like to get a couple steals like this and push the tempo and get a layup. Anderson answers the bell. She's fouled on the layup attempt, but I mean, these underclassmen, that's the pace that they're used to playing. And so there would be no problem throwing the ball out ahead.
Yeah,
some easy looks.
To be honest, it just plays well into our game. Kids running the court, pushing it. It keeps the defense on their heels. I love it when we're pushing the ball down.
First free throw for Anderson is in and out. And sub by Grant. Gomez Del Toro replacing Ivory. Second attempt for Anderson is good. Lakes will show pressure. Three-pointer on the way for Grant is good. Oh, they call it a 2? No, 3 went up on the board. Did he signal 2? 2. All right, I'm gonna match the school board, which was a 3. Let's see if they correct it. And they did.
Yep.
My partner all over that call.
I could hear some of the Lakes faithful behind me supporting that notion.
So Martin will check in, Bloom will check out. Anderson has 1 free throw remaining. Martin, Pullen, Anderson, Twarling, Turney on the floor for Lakes. Second free throw attempt is good. Lakes trails by 4. Pass is knocked away by Turney. Ball will stay with the Bulldogs. 5:11 to go before halftime. Offensive board for Grant, and pretty much every time they're getting an offensive board, they're making us pay. Turney at the top of the key finds Anderson at the free throw line. Anderson to Turney. Turney finds Pullen, shots away. That shot is long. Again, it's a quality look. He's got an open look. Shot will go off the iron and out of bounds. That'll be Lakes ball.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kyle. You get the open shot, and we've got the shooters. Keep shooting, shoot through it. Go drop.
Pullen will try again. That one was inside the arc. A little bit long on that attempt. Pullen with the steal. Pushes the tempo. Looks for Russ. Or I'm sorry, that's Twarling up ahead. A little long on the pass. Ball falls out of bounds. Ross will check in for Pullen.
You know, for having a game 2 nights ago, I do think our legs look fresh. I mean, I didn't know what we'd see coming a couple nights off, but you know, we're running the court pretty good right now, and I think the rotations and the subbing he's doing is keeping fresh legs on the court to boot, but you're gonna have to keep running to keep up with this team.
Yep. So 30-second timeout was called by Lakes. Let's see if we hit Grant with a new press look coming out of this timeout. Got a little water on the floor we're mopping up before the ball is going to be inbounded. I think we're ready now. Good hands there by Twarling to knock that pass away. Turney pushes up to Ross. Ross trying to find the handle. She does. Finds Martin in the corner. That's going to be long.
Go D! Yeah, come on!
Turney wrestles it away. We've got Twirling up ahead. Twirling gets hands on the loose ball, and this is going to be Lake's ball under the basket. Twirling will inbound for the Eagles. Finds Ross, who kicks it up to Turney, back to Twirling. That three-pointer is short.
I lost a little bit of our juice out on the perimeter.
Offensive foul is called on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a bit of a nervous moment there for a second. We didn't need to have a third on 30.
That's going to make 4 fouls for Grant to our 0 fouls team-wise for the quarter. That will not make the Grant faithful happy.
We go late!
Ovaska checked in. So we have Ovaska, Martin, Twirling, Ross, and Turney on the court for Lakes. Drive by Twirling. We're going to call her for a travel.
Go D up!
Get the ball.
Go D!
It's a drive by Grant. Martin had the rebound, slipped out of her hand, off of Martin, and it will stay with Grant.
Go D!
The other thing you don't want to do here at Grant Community High School is let the ball roll past the baseline too far. You will run a quarter of a mile to go get it. It's a very big field house longitudinally. Twirling is going to come away with that. Twirling tried to hit Martin on the cut. Martin couldn't corral it. Breakaway for Grant. Up and in. Twirling for 3. Cuts the Grant lead to 5.
Yeah, baby!
The ball's knocked away by Lakes. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Go D!
Well, and we see this, right? Sometimes it just takes a little spark to turn the momentum here. You know, you're down 5 points, you got a minute and a half left. You hit a shot, you get a steal, convert, changes things real quick.
Rebound there by Ovaska. Clears to Martin. Martin finds Twirling. Twirling blew out a tire. Gets it back. Can't quite corral it. Finds Martin, who finds Ross. Ross drives baseline. Shot is up and short. Rebound by Ovaska. Martin had the rebound, went out of bounds, saves it, but it goes to Grant.
Yeah, baby!
Turney has it now, finds Martin. Martin is going to be fouled on the shot attempt. So a frenetic pace up and down the court for a few trips there.
I could use about a 45-second rewind there to watch that whole thing play out again. That was fun, a little wild, but that was fun.
So Martin will be at the line for 2. 5 team fouls also on Grant, which is notable for any additional fouls. First attempt by Martin is good. Anderson checks in. Schneider checks in. Ovaska checks out along with Turney. So Schneider, Twirling, Martin, Anderson, and Ross on the floor for Lakes. Second attempt is good. 40 seconds to go in quarter 2. Grant was told to hold it for the last shot. They did not. Martin comes away with it. She's going to be called for a travel. So 21 seconds to go in the half. I would assume Grant will try to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, a little change in maybe the way you can get away with some physicality here in this last half of the second quarter.
Capelong drives and converts for Grant. 10 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. Ross will try for 3. Off the glass, almost fell. Anderson with the rebound and got the shot back up was a little strong, so we're going to end half 1. Lakes trailing by 5. We'll be right back with you here in a second. Ready to run that back because...
Oh, were we mute?
Yeah, we were not live. All right, so
good.
About 2 minutes to go here before halftime. A couple of things that we'll point out, our impressions of the first half. I'll go first and pass it over to my colleague, Lee Twarling. Defensively for Lakes, help side defense in the lane. Need to get that going a bit. We're giving Grant too many good looks in the paint. There's not a defender in their face if they beat their primary defender on the dribble. Second is, as we talked about in the first quarter, just valuing the ball, limiting turnovers. We did have, less turnovers quarter 2, but maybe turn it over at key points where we really kind of had a momentum run going, and nothing breaks momentum like a turnover. So a couple things we can look at to improve on after the first half. Lee, what do you have for us?
Yeah, great points, Kyle. Just some stats to share coming out of the first half for the Grant Bulldogs. Point guard Capelong has really carried the weight so far. She's got 10 of her 20 points. She's shown distance. She can shoot the outside ball, but a lot of the points have just come off of fast breaks, working inside. She's good. She's not the tallest kid out there, but she's really good at getting into the middle, putting the ball up. Otherwise, for the Lakes Eagles, we've seen fairly even distribution. Poland hit those 2 threes early on with 6 points. Twarling with 5. Martin and Anderson each with a bucket. And just on the rebound record watch, Kaylee Anderson pulled down 4 rebounds. So as we sit here today, unofficial of course, but 6 away from setting that rebound record.
Yep. All right, so we'll keep our eye on that. And again, like Lee said, we're not necessarily the official stats. We're just writing down what we think we see. We'll get the news from the bench when something happens. But we're going to trudge on in here to quarter 3. Lakes trailing by 5. Probably for the Eagles, fortunate to be trailing by 5. See if we can get this knotted up quickly here. It's going to be Grant's ball to start second half. Turney on the ball. Turney, Twarling, Poland, Martin, Anderson on the court for Lakes. And 7 seconds in, we're going to have a foul called. It's going to be called on Poland. So the ball in Copalong's hands, which, as Lee said, is their leading scorer. And on cue, she converts kind of a right-hand layup. Another turnover for Lakes. Ball knocked away, but it's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we're going to need every offensive series we can get. So to your point, just before the half started, you know, protecting the ball. Let's get a shot, a good look with each possession.
Better help defense right there. Clarity was there, help defense to meet that drive in the lane. And as a result, Lakes comes away with it. However, turn it over once again. So 2 quick turnovers in the half for Lakes.
Yeah, and you know, as you look ahead, Kyle, and I know we won't talk about, you know, next week too much here, but that's a 3-on-2. You know, that's something I know Coach Murray works on, Coach Flo, but you got to convert on those.
Shots rebounded by Anderson. Twirling with the ball on the left side, finds Anderson at the top to Turney to Poland. Poland to Anderson at the top, finds Twirling on the drive, finds Martin, really great pass. Foul's going to be called on the floor. So it'll be a Lakes ball underneath.
Yeah, again, we talk about that penetration. You know, you're going to draw a foul. They're tall inside. They don't necessarily move their feet that well. I think you draw the foul.
Pulling inbounds for Lakes. Twirling for 3, good. Gonna have another foul called on Poland. Kind of a body check defensively on the sideline there. Capalong for 3, off iron. Offensive rebound, and another up and in for the Bulldogs. Turney finds Twirling to Anderson to Turney to Poland. Turney drives, finds Twirling. Anderson had a look at a jump shot, passed it up. Twirling drives, and she is going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, you know, there's patience. You know, I'll take that. I know we didn't produce on that end, but there's patience. Move the ball around. You made Grant stay honest.
Weak side find there by Grant. Grant's now up to an 8-point lead, quarter 3. 5:33 to go in the quarter. Anderson finds Martin on the baseline. That shot attempt is long. We're getting weak side of the rim. We're getting killed offensively from a rebound perspective. There's nobody over there. So basically the MO of Grant is get a shot up on your strong hand. If you miss it long, you're going to get 2 from the other side.
Yeah, you know, a little emotion coming off the bench from the coaching staff, and can't blame them right now. Just getting a little bit outworked. Once Grant gets the ball, they're just pushing the ball, you know, and maybe now, you know, the legs are showing a little bit, but, you know, you're going to have to dig, because Grant historically is always a team that is never going to let off. So I think Coach Murray just level set him here, get him settled down a little bit, get back into this.
So a 10-point lead now for the Bulldogs. 5:04 to go, quarter 3. Got nothing to lose at this point. You're going to have to play free, play with pace, claw your way back into this game with some defensive stops as well.
Come on, ladies!
Kearney's cut off on the drive and finds Anderson. Anderson tried to go into the post to Martin, knocked away. Martin corrals it, gets it back to Turney. Ross on the drive finds Martin. Martin tried to find a cutting Twarling and the pass is knocked away. We have a travel called on Grant. So Ovaska will check in, Martin will check out.
All right, here we go, Lakes. Go.
Anderson with the shot attempt. It's going to stay with Lakes, so Lakes inbound under the basket. Turney inbounding for Lakes. Finds Ovaska. Ovaska short on the rebound attempt. Ball goes out of bounds and will again stay with the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll take every second chance at a shot here we can.
Twarling with the ball up top, finds Turney. Turney kicks it over to Ross. Ross into the post to Ovaska. Ovaska has it knocked away. Grant's going to clear. That ball's going to go out of bounds and be turned over to the Eagles.
Yeah, I think Capelong just really taking advantage there of a Lakes team that looks a little sluggish right now.
Anderson with the ball. Finds Turney. Turney tried to get it into the post to Ovaska. Ovaska gets the loose ball, goes to Ross. Ross's shot is short.
All right, D, get it back!
Ivory with the drive for Grant. That shot is off. Ross brings it away for Lakes. So good cut there by Ross.
Yep.
She got held by her defender on that cut. It's going to be Lakes ball underneath.
Yeah, and that's good move. That's what we talked about, right? That's movement away from the ball. Come around, good cut, hands up, drew the foul.
Caruth is going to check in for Anderson. Inbound to Ovaska. She puts it up and in.
If we can't consider that a block, Kyle, that was.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
I don't know. Might be a little biased.
Capelong certainly was trying to shoot that when she initially went up.
Yeah.
Turney got a hand on top of it, and then she decided to try to kick it.
Yeah.
We may have a record holder amongst us. 1:30 to go, quarter three. Caruth with the poke away, take out of bounds, will stay with Grant.
It's been an interesting third quarter. You know, the pace of this game has slowed down. Both teams really just working the ball on offense, moving around. There hasn't been as many fast breaks and getting the ball at the court.
Foul is going to be called on Ovaska. That will send, I believe that's Sandquist to the line. First attempt for Sandquist is good. Ovaska out. Bloom will check in for Lakes. Offensive rebound. Up and in for the Bulldogs. Bloom loses the handle. Ivory comes away with it. Good knock away from behind by Lakes. Stay with the Bulldogs on the baseline. That prevents them from getting a good look on the fast break. 1:12 to go in the quarter. That shot was long, but went off of Bloom's arm out of bounds, so the ball will stay with Grant. Caruth, Bloom, Turney, Ross, Twarling is your five on the floor for Lakes. Steal by Bloom. Turney will drive. It's a baseline one-hander up. It falls, and she is fouled. So one free throw coming for Turney.
Yeah, great take. Great little shot there. You know, with under a minute, it'll feel good to just jump into this fourth quarter just with a little spark. That's what we need.
Three-point play is good by Turney. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Schneider's on. She's applying pressure to the ball. Good hands there by Ross. Knocks it out of bounds. Inbound coming with 15 seconds to go. Sandquist drives. That shot is off. Stays with Grant. So Grant inbounding under their basket. Will expire. 31-23 is the lead by the Grant Bulldogs. So 8 minutes for Lakes to try to get to 500 on the season. If they were to come out victorious tonight, they would be 7-7 on the year. They would take home 11 wins on the season.
Yeah, outscored 11-8 in that quarter. Again, a slower pace quarter. It'll be interesting to see now just, you know, how much gas we've got in the tank. You know, this is a big game, and I know I said we wouldn't talk too much about next week, but, you know, the reality is, you know, we're here. And this is the point of the year where now, you know, after tonight, it's you know, it's all on the line.
Yep.
Every game. So
yep.
you really would love to see, even no matter how this game plays itself out. End this quarter on a note that sends you into the rest of this week with a little bit of confidence, even if you can, a little bit of swagger.
Yeah.
We're going to play a tough team next week in regionals, and at that point, again, it's go time. So.
Yep. Obviously, Grant is going to be content with holding the ball offensively. To score at a clip and play some turnover type defense, get back in this quickly. Poland missed the jump shot. She's going to shoot a 3. That looked good, but it was short. They say the ball will stay with Lakes. When I coached for the Junior Eagles program, we got a handbook from Lakes that would tell us, teach the girls these things, because when they get up to the high school level, they're going to be using those things. And okay, push off on white, so it's going to go to Lakes. One of the things that I found in the handbook, it said slob, and it had all these diagrams in it, and for the life of me, I could not figure out what slob meant. Sidelines out of bounds. Sideline out of bounds. Coach Phelan. Only Coach Phelan would call it slob. Wild shot there, falls for Grant. Snyder drives, finds Anderson at the free throw line. Good look there, good shot. Just a little long. Timeout called by Grant. So certainly Lakes pushing up the pressure in the backcourt, no doubt about that, and that's good to see.
Yeah, there's some fire here, and I think it's funny, Kyle, thinking back to the feeder program, and you're exactly right. I remember that handbook as well, and all of the the attention just put towards the fundamentals of the game. We talked about this at a young age. We say the things we're working on right now will be the things you're going to be working on when you're a senior in high school.
Yep.
And if you go on to play at the next level, you'll still be working on those things. And it's just something that you can't overstress as you're teaching, coaching, and learning how to play this game. It comes down to really the simplest of things. And when that comes together, success follows.
Yeah, and I know Coach Murray stays in his first year coaching varsity this year, but stays in contact with the Junior Eagles program, and that tradition kind of continues on with, let's teach these girls some familiar terms, teach them some familiar sets and plays that you can teach them early, and then it becomes second nature when you get to the high school level.
Grant definitely doing their best to pull Lakes out here. Still a very, very tight game. 7 points, a lot of time. Grant's going to be interesting to see, if this is their approach going into the last 6.5 minutes. Yeah, you wonder if during that timeout, Kyle, if maybe the approach was, force Lakes to come out and really, start the fouling. And again, a lot of game left to start that. If you're a proponent of the high school girls shot clock, this would be about the time we'll start talking about it.
That is absolutely correct. course, as of yet in IHSA play, there is no shot clock. There's no compelling reason for Grant to put up a shot with the lead. But I'll tell you this, it's hard to dribble and pass it around for extended periods of time without turning it over. But I think that day is coming, and I actually think it will make the game a bit more exciting. With the removal of 1-and-1 free throws for fouls, if you're giving a team 2 shots and no shot clock, that strategy really is destroyed. So Twarling will check in for Schneider. Pullen inbounds out of bounds to Bloom. Ball ends up back top with Turney. Turney converts the one-handed runner. Good hands there by Anderson. Sorry, I didn't pan the camera. My fault. Anderson knocked that away, and Lakes came away with it. And here we are.
Yeah, great effort by Anderson, getting on the floor. That's the kind of effort we're going to see.
Twarling finds Anderson. Anderson goes to the left side.
Good take.
Really good take. Just losing that backside offensive player. Maybe a byproduct of kind of a going for broke trap defense to try to turn Grant over, but pulling for 3. It's good. And timeout is going to be called by Grant.
Yeah, big shot. Pulls it within 4. That's 4 3-pointers on the night for Pullen. 2 in the first half, 2 now here in the second half. And that, again, we talk about momentum, we talk about little sparks. It's shots like that. And of course, Grant's going to try to curb any sort of momentum or shift in the game here as best they can. But 4 minutes, I mean, we're looking at a good match here coming down the stretch.
And I will say, I'll take an angle of a coaching angle. As a coach who's coached multiple sports at a competitive level, and for all you young coaches at home, there is a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. And that applies to the high school level, it applies to the college level, it applies to the pro level even. When you see teams that have done what they've done and it's worked for 3.5 quarters, and then because they have a lead decide we're just going to stop shooting, I'm telling you, my experience is usually that comes back to haunt you. And that's not playing to win, that's playing not to lose. So we'll see how it plays out. But I always believed, and it burned me a couple times, but what I did to get myself in that position is what I kept doing until that last buzzer rang. We'll see how Grant approaches this. Pullen comes away with the rebound, finds Twarling for 3. Oh, great look there. .335 to go in the game. Martin intercepts the pass. Martin will get it to Twarling. Twarling to Pullen. Don't need 3s necessarily. No. We just need quality shots.
Right.
And Pullen is fouled.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here to be patient.
Conversation was the foul before the walk called by the offside official, and they say it was. So that's going to be the foul call will stand. We're going to have a slob for the Eagles. And what's that stand for again, Lee?
Sideline's out of bounds.
Sideline out of bounds.
That's right. That's a good notes.
And blob, of course, is under the basket, baseline out of bounds. You got to get into the Phelan vernacular. Oh, great pass there by Turney. Great cut by Twarling. Foul committed in the backcourt. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But great cut there by Twarling, and Turney found her standing wide open under the basket.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier, right? Those are the points that we've seen from a basket the last game, and that was exactly right. It'll be there.
Another turnover for Grant. Ball's pushed ahead to Turney. Turney is going to find Martin. Martin scores and is fouled. I can't believe she got that up because she got tackled.
Kyle, that's if you look at the the Grant bench right now, they feel what just happened because that is a huge play, and for Aggie to get that shot off, and you're right. I mean, that's one of the bigger fouls we've seen, and to knock that down, that's a great play.
The whistle wasn't immediate. I almost thought, oh, she should have just gone ahead and fallen down because she got wiped out. But anyway, tie ball game, 2:35 to go. So ball knocked away by Grant will be inbounded by Lakes. Grant faithful not understanding what constitutes possession. You cannot go backcourt if you don't have possession of the ball in the front court, which Twarling did not. And you can always move your body forward. So foul committed by Martin. I think that's seemed more strategic than random.
Yeah, it felt.
It's 3 team fouls on Lakes, so if we get in a situation where we need free throws, we'll have to commit 2 more fouls at this point, and now 1 more foul because Turney is called for a foul. That seemed less intentional.
Yep. That's going to be 3 on her, so still okay.
1:55 to go in game time. Oh, and now they're going to bump up the Lakes foul total to 5. That's not what the scoreboard showed initially. So 2 free throws coming for Capelong. Someone on our bench, I would have to believe, would be going nuts if the foul total was wrong. And I don't see that. Don't need a 3 here, just need a good look. Twarling will try a 3, it's good. Timeout by Coach Murray.
Well, Kyle, this is when it gets fun, isn't it? A minute 39 to go, you're tied game, and it's about strategy now. And and I know as coaches, this is where you really have to keep the girls calm and keep their heads in the game. A lot of emotion right now. The gym is, that you can feel energy in the gym. It's going to pick up. And it's about executing and being patient and really listening right now. What he's telling you is going to work, but you have to listen. And sometimes those emotions run high. And you and I both know sometimes you can see in their eyes we're already thinking about getting out there. So
There's not a 17 or 18-year-old in the world that plays basketball that doesn't look at this score and this clock and start having wild visions of what they can do at the end of this game, right? So it is about execution as a team. Do what your coach is asking you to do. We don't need any heroes at this point in the game.
and also not overreacting, right? I mean, there's still enough time here that this thing could swing either way 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
And not overreacting to something that may not go your way here in the next 30 seconds.
Yep. Yep.
Let's go, Lane! Come on, ladies!
So Lakes has no fouls to give. Grant will inbound. Lakes showing full court pressure. And they're going to try to tie up the ball. Couldn't do it. Grant has numbers. And Grant will settle up into their half court. Capelong probably the one offensive player on the floor you'd like to keep the ball out of her hands.
Very disciplined defense. Does a good stance there. You know, did not do anything too aggressive to draw a foul. Just very disciplined.
50 seconds to go in game time, and this game is tied. Drive by Turney. She will be fouled. That'll bring the Grant total to 4 fouls. The next foul will be a shooting foul for Lakes.
Yeah, pleased with that call. You know, you get caught up in there. Sometimes, you know, it's quick to look like a travel, but. You know what? She drew the foul. To Clarity's credit, she drew it. They called it, and it went in our favor.
So Lakes ball under the basket. 42.8 to go in game time. Timeout was called by Lakes.
Well, Kyle, you know, we talked about the shot clock earlier, and just the decision in Illinois to not add that to the game. You know, these are those moments too where now, you know, a shot clock changes the dynamics.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Lakes, you know, we have the advantage of being able to take our time. Not necessarily saying that's what we should do or are going to do, but with no shot clock, you're not worried about that piece.
Martin is fouled on the attempt. I was going to ask you for that before that ball went in bounds. Does that change your thinking here? Do you go for the cheap one, or do you go inbounds and run clock and try to get the last one? Lakes obviously opted for, and Martin had a good look there. First attempt is long. Second attempt is good by Martin. Timeout, Grant. It feels weird saying that because it sounds like I'm saying Coach Grant took the timeout. Grant High School took that timeout.
Yeah, great free throw, big free throw there. And now, you know, a lot of this is going to be with 41 seconds left. You know, no fouls, but contested shots. I wouldn't be surprised to see Grant call a play up here that just gives Capelong the ball and just goes coast to coast.
Yep.
I mean, there's still a ton of time. I don't know if I could see them purposefully trying to pull it out and just work it around the perimeter. I could see her just saying, look, take the ball, go to the hoop, draw the foul, or get the bucket. And that's going to be, you know, and that's probably one thing we're talking about on our bench is that if she goes to the hoop, you know, who can foul and do you foul at that point? you don't want to give it uncontested with this much time.
And she's going to get two foul free throws either way,
Yes.
likely. I do not foresee that Grant will hold this ball. I think they will go for immediate points, and the Lakes should get it back with plenty of time. But as we said, you can't foul here. You can't foul. And you're exactly right. Capelong will be the one with the ball, and she has it as we speak. You want to try to get the ball out of her hands if we can. And we succeed. So jump ball's called under the basket. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs on the alternate arrow.
Yeah, interesting decision by Grant, but great rebound by Martin. Another hold here.
They're going to score and make them beat you from outside of the lane. Capelong for three. It's off. Offensive rebound is taken by Poland. And Poland is going to be fouled. 15.4 to go in game time. Poland will shoot two.
Well, you hope for it that they don't get an open shot. They had about as open a shot as you could ask. I mean, she had the look, couldn't knock it down. We were able to come down with the ball, draw the foul.
First free throw is good, and Grant will take a timeout. Maybe let Poland think about this next one a little bit. Well, this has been exciting, partner, for the last game of the regular season.
This has been outstanding. Outstanding. This is what we ask for, right? And listen, this is what it's all about. Not only, end of the game, you're staying in, but just end of the season. These kids have worked hard. You want to put it all together, especially, again, we talked about conference play. You want to put it together at the end and go into next week with a little moxie, right? Just feel good about what you've done. I think there's a lot of things to take away from this game that you can feel good about going into next week. And next week's about putting it all together.
Of course, the Eagles will start regional play on Tuesday. I think that our opponent is Lake Forest. But Lakes is hosting a regional game this year, so that's an interesting dynamic. Second attempt is short by Poland. Martin tried to save it. Trickled out of bounds, so Lakes will lead by two. 13.8 to go in the game. I think we would keep somebody up to slow them down here a little bit. Will Grant go for the tie or the win? Lakes is going to come away with a 40-38 victory. You want to go spot up down there, right where I'm going to zoom in on you, and then I'll meet you down there. Try to grab Grant and Clarity and see what's going on. We're going to try a first for Get Some Sports post game. We're going to try to see if we can get a interview. Bear with us as we get set up. Test, 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 test. I'm going to work my way down to the court here, see if we can get a post-game interview.
Coach Murray. I'll go grab him. Coach Murray, can we interview you?
Yeah.
We do. Good. That was awesome. You gotta love it.
All right, welcome to the Get Some 13 post game. We're here with Coach Murray. Coach Murray, take one step forward for us.
Got to get me in the camera. All right.
Talk about end of your first season, end of conference play now, 7-7 in conference. What an exciting comeback. Did not look good in the first half. Thoughts on that game?
I mean, we probably played the worst 3 quarters of offense we could have. Just couldn't make a shot, turned the ball over, and I told the girls after the game, like, that happens because you kept fighting and kept working. They never quit. They could have dropped their heads, they could have slumped their shoulders and gave up, and they didn't. And we felt like if we kept working, we'd be able to get back. So it was incredible effort from the girls today.
Absolutely. Thoughts on your first year as varsity coach at Lakes and how it's gone?
Yeah, I mean, I've used this analogy a couple times, and I stole it from someone, but you're dodging bullets and when you're on the sideline, and so the game moves fast, but I mean, no excuses, right? We played some really tough teams. We played the 3 toughest teams in our sectional. We unfortunately we didn't get them, but I feel like we're battle tested and we're ready to go. We've got a healthy squad. We've got a full group, and so that's all you can ask for. It's a great group that obviously you saw tonight just keeps working and doesn't quit.
Update us real quick and we'll let you go. Record standings for Clarity and for Anderson. Either of them broken tonight.
I should have checked. I got to look back at the film. There was one where I'm pretty sure Clarity got a block, so that was.
We agree with you.
But I got to look back at that, and Anderson's got to be close. She had a nice night rebounding. The guys on the bench didn't let me know that she got it, so it's got to be close, though. I mean, she just works so hard to get in the rebounds, and right at the end there, when we need a rebound, we need to make sure they didn't get a second shot. Right? They got the first shot. We contested it. We need to make sure they didn't get the second shot, and there's Kaylee to get the rebound. So we're close, but I don't think she got it. But I'm pretty sure when we check the film, Clarity's got it, which would be her. What did I say? Like 4th record now this season. So crazy.
Yeah. So Tuesday counts. If they didn't get it, we'll push them over the edge on Tuesday. Coach, congratulations! What a great game.
Thank you.
Congratulations on season number 1 at Lakes. Have a good night. Yeah. Thanks. She has them though too.